Yeah, so I'm Ashton Rodenhiser, Mind's Eye Creative. Doodling with purpose. I really want to encourage you to pick up the pen. So let's talk about it. Why would you do this in the first place? This guy named Alan Pavio created a theory. Basically, words and pictures help you connect and interact with knowledge and solidify it into your long-term memory. So having those two together make magic. Just the sheer fact of doodling, like, a scribble on a piece of paper actually helps you stay focused and can increase your memory retention up to 29%. And my biggest thing that I'm always challenging people is to look at drawing as your best thinking tool, not as like a thing that you admire in a gallery. And there's certainly lots of amazing opportunity to do that. But for today, and I hope when you pick up the pen, you'll use it as your best thinking tool. Use drawing as an action, not as a thing to admire. So we're just going to quickly go through some the elements of visual note-taking or anything around helping you visualize your ideas for yourself or your teams on whiteboards or flip charts. So your first one is lettering. Lettering is like pretty foundational. You want to have lettering that you can actually read that's legible. There's a few samples there or some examples. The next one are bullets. Bullets are really awesome for helping create that hierarchy, show that those supporting details and kind of help create those lists within whatever you're drawing. Use lines. Lines are awesome to help enclose, separate, connect ideas, and you can make them as fancy or as plain as you like. Arrows are really amazing for helping show direction and flow and also help connect ideas. And if you never want to make a wonky arrow again, just follow this simple formula of connecting the dots and making your arrow this way. And when you do that, you can if you create the body of the arrow like that every time, then you can give it some energy and make it any shape you want. Boxes are my absolute favorite drawing element. The speech bubble there at the bottom is probably my #1 favorite, and you'll probably see one in almost every drawing that I do. Boxes are really good for helping separate and enclose ideas as well, or to highlight information. If you want to upgrade your stick person, stick people are amazing and you should totally draw them. But if you want an upgrade, you can move to a star person. So using the arms and the points of the star as the arms and the legs and a circle for the top. When you do that, you can put the arms and legs in many different directions and again, show energy. And representing people in your drawings are really important because most of the time that's what we're talking about is people and problems and processes. If you really want to make your kind of picture pop off the page a little bit, you can add a little bit of shadows, either gray or a different color. Just think about where your light source is. So my light source is up in the right-hand corner here. So that means that the light is hitting on that backside and then the shadow is sort of falling to the left. So there's different ways that you can do that. And the one over there on the left, you can, color in behind something to also make it look like it's popping. So just a few tips and tricks. The first one to get started is I highly encourage people to take their blank piece of paper and turn it from vertical to horizontal. When we were learning how to do notes in school, or it was just the default, I guess, we just kind of captured everything in a linear way, but our brains actually think more spatial. So by having your page in a horizontal fashion allows you to kind of create and draw those pictures and capture that information so you can think a little bit more spatially. Your brain will thank you for it. At the end of the day, functionality is functionality over pretty. Pretty is great. You can take some of those drawing elements and practice them and make them look really great. But at the end of the day, like I said, it has to be functional, it has to be useful for what you're wanting to do. If it's for yourself to remember something, or if you're doing it for a team, you want to be able to have that momentum and use that information. The great thing is when you're drawing something, it really only needs to represent 30% of reality. So you don't need to take, an hour or however long it would take to draw the picture on the left. The guy on the right, which is a different form of a star person, will totally do the trick. You can see that he's a person, he gets the job done. Also, at the end of the day, content is king, so making sure that you capture that information and using those simple drawing tools, but having that strong lettering and capturing the meat or the main points of whatever you're capturing is really awesome too, in terms of sketchnoting or graphic recording. And the amazing thing is that all you really need to do to get started is a blank canvas. So I highly encourage you to pick up a pen, or if you have a device that you can draw on your screen, go for it as well. And that's it. Thank you so much for your time. And I did a little timer, and I think I'm right on time with my 5 minutes. Please follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm the most active. It's mostly pictures of graphic recordings and my kids. So if you want to go over and follow me on there, I would love it. And feel free to, if you have any other questions about this Ignite talk or want to just chat to me about drawing or anything, feel free to message me on Twitter or find me in the Slack channel. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, DevSecCon is also tweeting out these pictures. So if you want to see some examples of how to execute, those are there and you can have a look.